catch by Jay Nathaniel. Touchdown, Hurricanes!
Junior taking a shot deep. Open target! Her third. From left to right, sets off. Oh,
Down!
watch him, he's gonna step. He's gonna go for and fell from the sky into Aaron Ike's hand.
The Seminole has planted the spear in the middle of the field. The Florida State Seminoles are hosting the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Welcome to the CFSL presented by PX1 Sports on YouTube. My name is Kate Padgett. Joining me in the booth is Dominic Barfield. Dominic, how we doing? He's very clearly a man of many words, the official, unofficial broadcaster of the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. As Florida State will start on defense, the Irish start with the ball first, and it is freshman quarterback Matt Perez.
Mic check, mic check, mic check. Are we here? Is my mic unmuted?
Did you unplug it this time and plug it back in?
Yeah, it was a little cattywampus. We had some tech issues.
No, nothing is perfect here in the CFSL with tech issues. We love it. Matt Perez under center, fires it to his right side, has a man, Tom Brown, 6-yard gain.
Getting started off to the big boy tight end early. And as I was saying while I was having some issues, absolutely happy to be here at Bobby Bowden Field at Doak Campbell Stadium tonight.
An empty formation for Matt Perez and the Fighting Irish. Perez takes the snap, fires it up the middle, has a man on a drag route. It is Joe Nathan for 6 yards.
And right now we are seeing a good start on the road by the young freshman Matt Perez, who has been battle-tested and worn all season.
3-by-2 set. Perez alone in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Florida State only bringing 3. Takes a check down to Andy Johnson. Shadow. We took a quick flight from Morgantown, West Virginia down to Tallahassee, Florida in the last 30 minutes, and we are here ready to go.
Flip-flops on and shorts equipped.
It's a lot warmer down here than it was in West Virginia in our first game. 2-by-2 set. Matt Perez hanging in the pocket, fires it out on a check down route, has a man wide open into Florida State territory. Goes the Irish, led by Jordan Little.
Absolutely, what a start on the road for Matt Perez. Absolutely shaking things up and keeping this defense on their toes. What an excellent start for the Fighting Irish.
Shadow, it's the YouTube CFSL Radio Network. YouTube is our home. Over on Twitch, it is a 6-yard touchdown pass to C.J. Jones as Michigan State goes up 7-0 early on Penn State. 8:20 left in the first. It is our first snow game of the season over there. Perez, 3-step drop, fires it to his left side, has a man, Tom Brown, 2-yard gain.
Absolute big shot on the big body, but he spins it off and maintains possession of the ball. 2nd and 8 looming. Love what you're seeing here. Seminoles have got to get an answer here. Rocky Painter, Quavius Ball absolutely got to find a way to make things shake on defense.
You know, Dominic, you told me an interesting stat in the pregame that Florida State has more interceptions than they do sacks on the season. 2 receivers to the top, 2 receivers to the bottom. Turn around and handing to Olin Norris for a 1-yard gain.
Oh, yeah, no, absolutely. Coming into this game, 10 interceptions on only 9 sacks for the season. If your defense is clamping like that, what a backfield to have.
It's a 3-by-1 set for Notre Dame. Perez in the shotgun, fires it to Norris out of the backfield, breaks 1 tackle, and gets the first down.
And yes, Shadow, absolutely. I am the official broadcaster of Notre Dame football. Happy to have that title. I'm sure they don't feel the same, but I always enjoy getting to be in the booth calling Notre Dame games almost on a weekly basis.
See, Shadow, I'm a school teacher, and at the end of the day, my common sense understanding is 0, so I apologize for missing on your joke as Perez finds Nathan for 9 yards and Notre Dame into the red zone.
This is absolutely one of the best drives we've got to witness from Matt Perez so far, Cade. I am absolutely enjoying this drive.
Well, Perez on the wide receiver screen hits Andrew Perez, our first Perez to Perez connection, but it loses yards.
On a wide receiver screen, we're not starting this, Notre Dame.
Oh,
No.
It's your favorite play, don't lie.
No, I'm having a stroke.
Yes, it is. It's your favorite play. Just accept it. 2-by-2 set for the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Perez in the shotgun, 3rd and 2. Delay draw to Norris, and Norris gets 2 yards, 4th and inches.
Look, call me crazy. I'm getting aggro here on the road. I am proving. I want to go for that one.
And it was a very good drive by Notre Dame, and you really would like to see them go for it. Just you're on the road at the number 10 Florida State Seminoles as the kick is up and the kick is good. The Irish strike first with a field goal, 6:12 left in the first quarter, but I would have liked to see the offense stay out there.
Absolutely. You're on the road. We've seen that points have not been an easy commodity for you this season. Absolutely. I absolutely want to see you go for it there and absolutely make something shake.
And Florida State answering on the kick return. Adavian Augustine, 57 yards.
Nope, sitting here trying to hype up Notre Dame, and Florida State just said, right on past you. Thanks for coming.
3-by-1 set for Florida State and Bear Michaels. First play is Dom's favorite play, a wide receiver screen. Goes to Lincoln Nerve for 10 yards.
Let me go ahead and take my headset off. Let me go get down in the stadium. I'm not taking this slander this early in the game. I think not.
It is a heavy run formation for Florida State. Turns around and hands it to his running back, D Money, for 2 yards.
No, absolutely stifling run to the ball by the defense. Absolutely letting nothing cook so far, forcing D Money to have to fight for yards.
Michael in the pocket, fires it to his man on an out route, caught by Sean Huff for 5 yards.
Oh, welcome back. You sound like you were in a FaceTime. Glad to have you back, and you were right next to me. That's crazy.
Was it my mic that was sounding funny?
Yes, absolutely.
Weird. Empty formation, or excuse me, I formation. Michaels fires it to Sean Huff for an 11-yard gain.
You absolutely got to find a way to stifle this offense. This offense has absolutely got a lot to prove after their devastating loss to Virginia Tech last week. They've got to want it here.
Michaels in the shotgun, hangs in, calls his own number. The big man is going, rumbling, bumbling, and he's stumbling for a 9-yard gain.
Okay, Boomer. We had your calls last night. We're not doing that again tonight.
I was trying to do it because I thought he was going to rumble his way in for a touchdown. And Bear Michaels, albeit a quarterback, a rather large human being, turns around and hands it to D Money, and he walks in for a touchdown. Florida State takes the lead.
No, you want to talk about an absolute unit with legs? You think Bear Michaels. What an absolute behemoth of a man. But right behind that man is Cash D Money, absolutely finding a way for 6, answering back and taking the lead from Notre Dame.
When you see Bear Michaels, you kind of get a little reminiscent of Jared Lorenzen when he played for Kentucky. Standing at 6'3", 285 pounds, the freshman is a big boy to bring down, and he led Florida State down for a touchdown on their first drive. And now the Irish have to respond.
You know what, Cade? I love the hefty lefty reference. May he rest in peace. What a man.
As Olin Norris gets 29 yards on the return, and it is a 1st and 10 on the 32-yard line. I can't even read that.
No shot.
No way. Matt Perez on the keeper. We're seeing a freshman battle as Perez gets 18 yards. Apparently, we were just informed by our...
do you mind? I'll take the honors for you,
Go ahead, because I can't even think right now.
Can we get a shout-out in honor for the one-time Hawaii stud, Elliot? Oh, no, I can't even get the last name. Not a chance.
Elliot
Tubby Guts. What a stud.
I can't believe that name was allowed. Wow. 2-by-2 set Perez over the middle into traffic. He's not down, but now he is. 4-yard gain by Jordan Little.
No, absolutely. Different time, different era, things you couldn't get away with nowadays. What a legend, though.
Oh, man. 3-by-1 set Perez under center, 3-step drop. Fires it to his man on his out route. Wide open goes Jordan Little for 15 yards.
Jordan Little absolutely getting that footwork going in an early pace. That out route looked extra crispy and picks up the first down for the Fighting Irish.
And it is another consistent drive by the Irish, going well into Florida State territory, about 11 yards outside of the red zone. 3 receivers to the boundary, tight end to the field. Perez in the shotgun. Play action. Hangs in, fires to his man on a crossing route. Jordan Little again for a Tony 10.
Feeling a disturbance in the force. The name is being summoned. Absolutely loving what you're seeing by Matt Perez. Back-to-back methodical drives, taking your time, getting it worked out. Absolutely yikes.
I'm not even going to comment on
Not touching that with the 10-foot ball.
Nope. Perez in the shotgun, fires it to his man on a slant route, throws a man off. Joe Nathan for 7 yards.
Just fighting and doing everything they can. Matt Perez, 12 for 12 on the start, 99 yards. Keeping an eye on that stat.
2 receivers to the top. 3-step drop by Perez into traffic and held on by Andrew Perez. 5-yard gain.
And 13 for 13 lives on. Interesting start for the freshman. Perez has had a very up and down kind of go this year, but absolutely feels in control on the road here in Tallahassee.
You know, the more you talk about it, the more attention that's going to be brought to it. As a 2 tight end set for Matt Perez under center. Motions the tight end from right to left. Probably a false start. The guard just stood there for a second, but they're not going to call it. Owen Norris for 2 yards.
And after the false start call that we saw earlier, surprised we didn't get a call here.
It's a 3rd and 3. Empty formation for Matt Perez. Takes the snap. He's hanging in, calls his own number on the run, lowers his shoulder. Inside the 5 goes Matt Perez and the Irish. 1st and goal.
Absolutely big, risky run and ran straight into the chest of Mark Sala. Absolutely nothing doing running into that mountain of a man.
2 tight ends to the right. Perez under center, hands to Norris, and Norris walks in. Probably the easiest touchdown he's going to have the season, and the Irish take the lead.
Absolutely. You know, Dave, something that I've noticed that I didn't want to bring anything attention to. Normally, this offense is predicated in living and dying by Owen Norris in both the worst and best ways. Absolutely not the case tonight. Matt Perez is spreading the ball around. Everybody's getting involved, getting it done on the ground. I really like this change that Notre Dame is bringing to the game. Really want to see if they maintain that throughout 4 quarters.
Well, there may be a little bit of a changing of the guard. Norris, the junior running back, and Matt Perez, the freshman quarterback, maybe Silent Ninja, the Notre Dame AD, feeling a little bit more confident in his young quarterback, giving him a little bit more reins.
Oh, no, absolutely. If he's going to continue to ball out like this and let that thing fly, go for it, kid.
And it is a 3 receivers set to the bottom of the screen, tight end to the top for Florida State and Bear Michaels. Michaels calls his audibles. Play action, hangs in the pocket, fires it to his man on a crossing route, and wide open goes Josh Woods for 23 yards.
And just like that, right back in action, like didn't miss a step. Bear Michaels absolutely takes the reins back and says, hold on, I've got this. What a connection to Josh Woods in moving the chains for Noel's 1st down.
And Shadow, it's not a stupid question. Pay attention to the ticker. On Monday, we have Alabama at Florida on Twitch at 6:30 and Michigan State at Michigan at 8:30. 2 backs in the backfield. Michaels in the shotgun, has D-Money on a screen to the left. He's got blockers out in front of him. Cuts it in, cuts it back out, throws one man, steps out of bounds. 21-yard gain.
Oh, absolutely. Could have been a lot worse than that. I believe that's Jacobia Watson getting him on the stop and really stopping what could have been a long go.
Kojo, feels like you mistyped there, forgot a letter. And Shadow, yes, there will be YouTube games, but they do not start until Wednesday. Twitch goes Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. YouTube only goes Wednesday and Thursday. 2 tight ends set, 2 receivers to the boundary. Michaels hands to D-Money up the middle, breaks 1 tackle, has a block, breaks another tackle, 15 yards just outside the 10.
And D Cash Money with a good run again. Absolutely making this defense pay. You cannot arm tackle that man. You got to send everything.
And the 5-star freshman out of Williamsburg, Virginia, averages only 61 yards per game on the season. So maybe Florida State wants to get him the ball a little more. D-Money running right, or running left, excuse me, throws off one man and gets 8 yards, sets up 2nd and 2.
Cade, if my running back is bouncing defenders out the club like that, I'm handing that ball off every time and not thinking twice. Go get you hard run, big fella.
It is a 2nd and 2. 2 tight ends in the formation, 2 receivers to the bottom. Michaels and Money in the backfield. Turns around, hands to Money on the power, and walks in. Cash Money for 5 yards. Touchdown, Seminoles.
Well, Kojo missed the tackle, me, but Florida State finds the end zone, W them. What an absolute answer back as Barry Michaels and company retakes the lead, almost seemingly too easy against the Fighting Irish defense.
Shadow, it doesn't matter if you're a noob for the CFSL. We were all noobs at one point. Believe me. Just ask my old AD at Michigan, Aaron Ike. Trust me. But now, if you are in the Discord, the schedule is up for next week, and we will talk about it more in the post game. But Dominic, last game in Texas A&M and West Virginia, it was 17-17 at the end of the first quarter. Florida State, Notre Dame right now sitting at 14-10. Offenses are coming out early.
Oh, no, absolutely they are. And that's also the worry because of what we saw previously. I would love to see 4 quarters of stellar offense.
3-by-1 set for Matt Perez. Gets it to his man on a wide receiver screen, and that is his first incompletion. Overshot him.
I'm having so much fun with these wide receiver screens. Can't you tell?
Trips to the bottom of the screen, one to the top. Perez hands to Norris running right, and the Florida State defense is there. Norris broke 1 tackle but couldn't break the second. Wade Smith on the TFL.
Absolutely not the kind of production you want to see right now. Already getting a little bit behind the way here. Gotta find a way to get this ball in the air and convert here. Do not look to keep it on the ground.
It was a great game between the Aggies and the Mountaineers, as our associate producer Austin Crow is on the Mountaineers. He's a little upset as Matt Perez dumps it off to Norris, and Norris is fighting. Needed 12, got 11, and it's going to be 4th and 1.
Well, throw short, stay short. Them's the rules. Tough break as Notre Dame cannot get a drive going here.
And you see Austin in chat saying he's the quarterback for West Virginia, a.k.a. Gunnar Rice, the generational talent, as Florida State drops it on the punt. Dominic, what is going on with punts tonight?
Not quite sure, but yeah, that's now the second case of watching fumbleitis occurring on these punts. Gotta get those hands reeled in.
Michaels in the shotgun, hanging in, fires it to the left side, caught and dropped by his defender.
And right in the nick of time, absolutely sending that shot to force the incompletion.
I formation for Florida State, 2 to the bottom, 1 to the top. Michaels motions his outside receiver in, and it is a deep delayed draw to his running back, D-Money, and Money's fighting for 6 yards.
Just absolutely trying to get anything going. 6 rushes, 38 yards.
And that is going to do it for the first quarter. The Florida State Seminoles lead the Notre Dame Fighting Irish 14-10. You are watching the CFSL presented by PX1 Sports on YouTube. We are back for the second quarter. Shadow, are these team builders based on the real colleges? Yes, they are, and they are all users in the Discord. 2 receivers to the top, tight end receiver to the bottom. Michaels in the shotgun, takes a deep shot behind the defense. Lincoln Nerve for 46 yards.
And a rare mistake by Jordan Little, letting the receiver absolutely get behind them and just get absolutely just ran over there. Bear Michaels sees it and takes advantage of it. That is a gasher of a play.
Yeah, and that's the big let-up play, first big let-up play so far for Notre Dame, for the Notre Dame Fighting Irish defense. Michaels in the shotgun, takes the snap, he's hanging in, fires it to his right side, has a man on the sideline, Josh Woods for 4 yards.
I mean, seriously, what a absolute unit of a quarterback. Look at that.
I mean, I look back there and I think I'm looking at a defensive lineman, just, my goodness. 3 receivers to the bottom. 3 receivers to the bottom, 1 to the top. Michaels in the pocket, fires it over the middle, and broken up by the Notre Dame defender.
Now, absolutely good hand fighting there, getting that ball out, forcing the incompletion, forcing Florida State into a 3rd and 6 situation.
3-by-1 set, Florida State. Third down. Michaels getting pressured and dropped on the sack. Brought down by Norman Albert and company. You're going to need two to bring him down, and Notre Dame got two there.
No, they absolutely sent them on a screamer. Absolutely just not enough time to even process what you're seeing, forcing Florida State to kick for 3.
And Boo Sheets is going to take the field goal, about a 47-48 yarder, and the kick is up, and it is good. And Florida State leads 17-10. Yeah, former CFSL quarterback Thor Savage was my teammate. He was 5 inches taller than Bear Michaels and 35 pounds heavier. So we've seen some big boys here in the CFSL.
Just all I can say is just big behemoths. This league just makes monsters.
5 inches, 35 pounds. That puts him at 6'8", 320. That is an offensive tackle. Empty formation for Matt Perez. He calls his own number, running right up the hash mark, gets a Tony 10.
Okay, that's not a lineman. That is a kaiju in that size. That is Godzilla in human form.
That's a power forward or a center in the NBA. Dear Lord, 3 to the top, 1 to the bottom. Perez hands to Norris, running right. He's got not a lot of room, but it is a first down.
Was an absolutely hard way to get there. Rather you do that a little north and south, but absolutely just getting to the line and moving those chains.
It is a under center set for Matt Perez. Takes the snap, turns around, hands it to Norris. Norris running up the middle, gets 4-yard gain.
And as Falcons fan, as you are heading out, having a good night, we wish you well and hope you get the game that you want. We'll find out.
We have a Twitch update coming after this play. 2 tight ends set. Perez under center, turns around, hands it to Norris. Norris up the middle, has a good lane, 8-yard gain, first down. Over on Twitch. Michigan extends their lead 14-6 with a 5-yard touchdown run by Brian McGuire with 6:49 left in the second.
Wow, it's an absolutely great game going on over there at the Twitch right now.
Twins bunch formation for Matt Perez and the Irish. Perez fires it down the middle into traffic and broken up by Bill Pass.
Not exactly the throw you want to see. Perez now 14 for 16 on the night. Still not a bad first half performance.
It's a 3-by-1 set for Perez. Olin Norris in the backfield for a 1-yard loss.
Yep, now you're facing this fighting Irish offense to have to convert the 3rd and long. Does the young freshman have that dog in him to find a way to convert this on the road? You can hear the crowd getting behind the defense.
2-by-2 set. Perez in the shotgun, takes the snap. He's got his screen pass wide open. I don't know who it is. Number 22, that is Cecil Banks. A walk-on, 3-yard gain, but a 4th and 8.
60% of the time, the screen works every time. That was certainly a 40%er. Not sure that I agree with going with a halfback screen on 3rd and 11.
You know, Dominic, I was curious, and I looked up some Thor Savage stats just to see how these bigger quarterbacks succeed with Bill Bass on an 8-yard return. Thor Savage had 182 career carries for negative 401 yards.
Whoa.
Technically, the sacks count towards that. I find it to be a wild stat. Trips to the top of the screen for Bear Michaels. Michaels in the shotgun. Fires it out to Josh Woods for a 3-yard gain.
Now, that stat absolutely had me baffled. Just, wow. I mean, yes, sacks do count, but still, wow.
He also added 114 passing touchdowns with 68 interceptions. So Thor Savage was never one to be conservative. Michaels in the shotgun, 2-by-2 set, takes a deep shot down the left side. Has a man streaking in between the zone defense. Goes Lincoln Nerve.
You want to talk about a man who's not afraid to take shots? Bear Michaels right there, absolutely just letting it rip to the sideline, and a big conversion right there on the play. Wow.
I need to ask our producer, is it Kiner or Kinner? Michaels in the shotgun. Kinnear. Okay, Kinnear. Gotcha. Okay. I'm telling you, I'm a teacher.
Work your way through it.
I'm a teacher, and I tell my students every year that it's not a matter of I don't love you or I don't like you. It's just I'm just not the best with names. So I appreciate the chat helping me out, Near. I appreciate it.
Not exactly sure if I agree with that spot. That spot did not seem very favorable.
Yeah, and it is a trips set right now for Bear Michaels in Florida State. Michaels under center, 7-step drop, rolling out, has a man wide open on a corner route. He's got 1 man to beat. Josh Woods is pushed out of bounds.
Absolutely lucky for Homer Jackson to be back there to get him out of bounds for the Fighting Irish. Bear Michaels is absolutely just taking whatever they're giving and just capitalizing on the open space with his receivers. Just having a method dissection right now.
There's a trip set to the bottom of the screen. Michaels in the pistol. Money up the middle, fighting first down to first down.
And you didn't really have a lot of real estate to get for that first down. Ball on the 1. It's going to be knuckle down time if you're the Fighting Irish.
2 tight ends to the top, 2 receivers to the bottom. Michaels under center, turns around, another walk-in touchdown. Cash Money from 1 yard away.
Absolutely. Cash Money Records needs to start paying this man because that boy is cash money with the rock in his hands. What an absolute way to find pay dirt again for the night for D Money.
Yeah, not 1, not 2, but 3 first-half touchdowns for D Money, and the Florida State Seminoles extend their lead over the Irish 24-10. 4:46 left in the second quarter. The Irish field the ball just outside of the goal line. You have to feel that there should be a little sense of urgency for Notre Dame.
No, absolutely. You had 2 drives that looked promising, and since then it's been absolute just spinning tires. Got to settle yourself down here on the road for Matt Perez.
3-by-1 set for Perez. Hangs in the pocket, calls his own number on a quarterback draw, and business decision for a 9-yard gain.
Call me crazy. That is the second time tonight we've seen a business decision, and I'm starting to wonder why we don't see that more often.
We don't see a lot of it, especially the last couple of weeks. We've seen some quarterbacks get absolutely knocked. 3-by-1 set. Perez over the middle, has a man wide open. 12-yard correct catch for Rowan Perez.
Absolutely just finding an open spot in the middle of the zone coverage and just attacking it.
Clavius Ball with 5 tackles on the night so far. Perez hanging in the pocket and fires it into the sideline. Saw a pretty girl in the front row that he wanted to give his number to.
Must have been one of them Tallahassee goth women.
What is it with you and the goth? Did the goth women just come out on YouTube? Is that the thing?
Notre Dame.
And you're right, it is the Irish. Motion the tight end from right to left. Perez under center, hands to Norris. Norris running left, throws a stiff arm, fighting for 6 yards.
They absolutely do not stop it.
They come out. I bet you we get one right here.
I bet you. I swear on everything.
It is a 2-by-2 set for the Irish. Motion the tight end from left to right. Perez in the shotgun. It's not a screen. Perez hanging in the pocket, taking a moonshot into traffic, and it hits the turf. Elijah Pence on the deflection.
See, at least the broadcaster receives his access. I appreciate you, David. You know, I'm going to be honest with you. I think I kind of rather would have seen a screen there than a moonshot fall to the turf. Just nothing doing on third and actual manageable. Not exactly what you want to see there.
And Bill Bass with 6 yards on the return. 3.5 left in the second quarter for Florida State. You have to think that they're just going to keep doing what they've been doing. Everything has worked so far for the Seminoles. 2 backs in the backfield, 2 receivers to the top of the screen for Bear Michaels. Michaels takes the snap. There's the screen. Gets it to D Money, and Money goes nowhere. Loses a yard on the play.
Bad financial decision there on that play. Not the start you want to see. And Shadow, absolutely love that you think these commentators are better than the real ones. You've got the smart one and you've got the somewhat pretty one, and I'm honored to be the smart one.
You know, I will more than happy take the pretty one because I am very handsome, but I am also very smart. 2 tight ends in the formation, 2 receivers to the top of the screen. Michaels over the middle. Checks it down to Sean Huffer, 10-yard, gets a 10 yards, not a Tony 10, because I did lose a yard for the first down. And yes, Mr. Associate Producer, I do have problems with names. Sometimes English is hard.
Teaching our children, ladies and gentlemen. Teaching our children.
And have been for 4 years.
God have mercy.
3 receivers to the top, 1 to the bottom. Michaels in the shotgun, hangs in, breaks 1 tackle, and there's the big man. You can't bring him down with 1, and it's just a 2-yard gain, but it is a first down.
You are essentially attempting to tackle a French door fridge with legs. You can't send 1 man. You've absolutely got to send the whole coalition to get him down.
Michaels in the shotgun, fires it on a little floater to near for 13 yards.
Hey, now you got it, right? Look at you. You're learning. Proud of you.
I said it fine the first time. Someone told me it was like Kiner or Kinnear, and then a Florida State guy corrected me again and said it was near. I had it right the first time. I'm a little slow. I'm finding it. 3-by-1 set. Michaels to the bottom of the screen, has the man behind the defense and dropped. Near can't hold on to it.
No, it's okay, kid. We're just casually gaslighting you. You'll learn to love it.
It's okay. I get gaslit in real life by so many different people, so it's okay.
No, you don't.
I work with middle schoolers. They gaslight me all day. Michaels in the shotgun, fires it down the field into traffic, and intercepted. Jordan Little with the breadbasket catch and a turnover for Florida State.
Ain't nothing little about that turnover there. That was needed in a hurry. What a pick by Jordan Little. Not exactly great position for your offense, but this is now time for Matt Perez to come out and show he belongs here.
That was a big turnover by the generational talent. Perez in the shotgun, hanging in, calls his own number, but can't break the line. Brought down on the play by Elijah Washington.
I am flummoxed. I am duped. I am perplexed. Gotta just throw that away. Cannot afford to lose the momentum you just took away from the offense.
And that was the 5'10", 190-pound senior free safety on the blitz that brought down that Perez. 2-by-2 set for the Irish. Motion the receiver from right to left. Perez takes the snap, hands it to Norris on the counter. He's got 1 man to beat, breaks 1 tackle, lowers his shoulder, 5-yard gain, timeout, Florida State.
Facing not a great decision here. You've absolutely got to find a way down the field, lest you leave the Noles with field position.
And Norris gets the ball on 3rd down, gets 4 yards, and another timeout by Florida State. They will get the ball back.
I don't like any of that call there.
And the kick is away. Over on Twitch, we have a 2-yard touchdown pass as a Michigan walk-on tight end, Darren Larson, scores a touchdown as they go up 24-6 over Penn State with 1:30 left in the half.
Did someone say tight end touchdown? Did someone say walk-on tight end touchdown? Ooh, I'm a happy camper. Oh, you love to see those kind of plays happen.
Now we're going to get a screen pass.
No.
Michaels in the shotgun, calls his own number and tracked down from behind. It goes as a sack, but only a 1-yard loss. Zach Rainey on the tackle.
And see, that's what y'all get. Y'all prey on my downfall, and y'all cause bad things to happen.
3-by-1 set. Michaels in the shotgun, calls his own number again. This time he gets brought down, but for a positive gain. 6 yards on the rush, sets up 3rd and 5.
That is the last man who I'm trying to go at the legs. The way that those ham hocks are built, no thank you.
How else are you going to tackle him straight up and get run through like a Mack truck? Michaels in the shotgun, fires it out to his man on a sit route as Lincoln near for 11 yards.
No, he's top him. You got to push him in the shoulder and the side. Got to throw the equilibrium off balance.
I'm aiming right for the ankle, dude. Ankle or knee, man, and I'm just going to pray that something happens. 2-by-2 set. Michaels in the shotgun, calls his own number, and he's flip-flopping and still knocked out. He's laying on a defender, suffocating the defender by laying on him, and it's a sack for a 1-yard loss.
Hey, that's
over on the TFL.
Hey, that's flagrant. Hold on, wait a minute.
3-by-1 set. Michaels under center, takes the snap, calls his own number again, and brought down again. 2-yard sack on the loss, and it is Norman Alber again. 3 sacks, 3 TFLs in this first half, and Florida State's going hurry up. 3-by-1 set. 3-by-1 set. Michaels in the shotgun. Fires it to his tight end, incomplete, and I can breathe.
As I was trying to say.
Oh, man.
Said, them shots that Bear Michaels were filleting on the defender. He said, you go let him breathe.
We like to have fun here on YouTube, man. And the kick is up and no good. The Irish hold, and no points added for Florida State. Over on Twitch, it's a 58-yard touchdown pass to Kelvin Rose. Penn State closes the gap, 24-13 Michigan lead now with 59 seconds left in the half. 2-by-2 set for Matt Perez and the Irish. Turnaround hit, it's Norris. Norris up the middle, gets 6 yards, timeout Irish.
Throw the ball, quit running.
I think after that timeout, they're going to throw it now. 3-by-1 set, Perez in the shotgun. Norris to his right, takes the snap. They are going to throw it. It's Dom's favorite play on the screen. He's got blockers. Can he get there? He gets just short. Timeout Irish, 3rd and inches.
I want to go home. Stop the screams.
3-by-1 set, 4 seconds left. You've got to think this is a Hail Mary situation. Perez in the shotgun, taking a moonshot down there. He's got 3 guys to 1 defender, and Cooksey knocks it away. Florida State holds, and that is halftime. The Seminoles lead the Irish 24-10. You are watching the CFSL presented by PX1 Sports on YouTube. Dom, talk. I need to breathe.
Chicanery, buffoonery, and shenanigans are the story of the first half. Absolutely, Florida State feels like they're having their way with Notre Dame, but Notre Dame, yet the scrappy team that they prove to be week in and week out, just continue to be a pester and find way after way to stay in this game. But you've got to find a way into the end zone if you want to see a potential upset on the road in Tallahassee. Bear Michaels absolutely looked comfortable in the first half. Gotta fix that.
I'm sweating over here. I'm trying to catch my breath.
You too? Dude, it is. I am dying over here.
Oh, man. You look at these first half stats, and the Irish actually doing pretty good on the ground, outgaining Florida State in the running game, and they have the time of possession. But the Florida State turnover is the only blemish for Florida State. No, Mr. Associate Producer, I don't want to go to the snow. I'd always rather it be hot than be cold. Oh, man. Florida State will start this second half with the ball. Fielded just outside of the goal line. Goes Bill Bass for 23 yards. 1st and 10 for Bear Michaels.
And Austin Portier with the tackle credit on the kickoff return.
Nate, I don't know about no broadcast or ASMR, but I'm going to do my best. I formation for Bear Michaels. 2 receivers to the top, motions the tight receiver in, delayed draw to deep money, and the Irish are all over it. 0 yards. Norman Alber on the tackle.
Did someone say commentator ASMR?
Dear Lord, get out of my ear. Stop that. Stop it right now. 3 to the top, tight end to the bottom. Michaels in the shotgun, hands it to Money. Money running left, cuts it upfield, has a first down and a lot more. 17 yards for Florida State.
That was an absolute wide angle taken to get the cash money rolling. But once the money started rolling, it was going to be hard to bring that down. What a run by D Money.
We've seen some great games this week great performances by individual offense players, but you have to think that D Money's performance so far is going to be put into conversation for Offense Player of the Week. Michaels calls his own number, running right, running to the sideline, cuts it up, has a big lane, throws a stiff bar. Good Lord, there he goes.
Well, you guys, I'm so sorry to provide the ASMR content.
Stop it with the ASMR. I don't want the ASMR.
Stop it with the screen talk. Maybe I'll think about it, huh?
It's not just me.
I can only mess with one. I can only mess with one person here. Take the bullet.
Oh man, 3 receivers to the top of the screen, 1 to the bottom. Michaels in the shotgun, takes the snap, hanging in. But taking a deep look, breaks 1 sack, cuts it upfield, he's going. And it's probably the best 3-yard run we're going to see.
Look, to be a big fridge of a unit, that boy is absolutely athletic and agile. What way to get around that?
Two tight ends in the formation. Michaels hanging in, fires it to his right side, has been wide open on a corner route. First down, Florida State, Sean Huff on the catch.
Big tight ends on corner routes, absolutely lethal combinations. We said it all night last night. We want to see an offense predicated on it because, boy, it's beautiful when it works to perfection.
And knocking on the door of the red zone are the Florida State Seminoles. Three receivers to the wide side of the field, tight end to the bottom. Michaels in the shotgun, one-step drop, fires it over the middle, has a man on a slant route, caught by Josh Woods, 9-yard gain.
No, I like the unmethodical one-step drop. Really like that. You don't see that often. Absolutely didn't need all that time.
3-by-1 set. Michaels under center. Notre Dame walking to safety down like they're going to bring some pressure. Fires it to his man on a little out route, in route by Sean Huff. 6-yard gain. First and goal, Seminoles.
When in doubt, find your security blanket. 5 catches, 50 yards. Gotta be happy with that.
First and goal to go. The Irish have their backs against the walls. Maybe D-Money gets his 4th touchdown of the night. Michaels hanging in the pocket, fires to the middle. It's not a running touchdown. It's through the air. Elijah Pence coming over from the defensive side. Touchdown, Seminoles.
Absolutely feel like he stole that one from Sean Huff. Wanted to see the big guy get his tight end touchdown. But hey, Florida State continues to do Florida State things right now. Notre Dame has got to look for answers lest we start having that conversation somewhere in the 4th quarter that we normally have to have.
You know, Dominic, we got two generational talent corners who both play the offensive side of the ball a fair amount. Who do you think is better, Elijah Pence or Jordan Little?
Well, see, here's the thing. You're gonna ask a question to the official Notre Dame broadcaster and attempt to not sound biased.
I mean,
oh yeah, that's not happening. I'm absolutely taking Little. Absolutely taking Little day in, day out, lest me be judged.
Two receivers on the bottom, 2 to the top. Perez over the middle into traffic, deflected by Mark Sala. And Elijah Pence doesn't get as much offensive time as Jordan Little does. Therefore, he doesn't get thrown to as much. 3-by-1 set. Perez on a wide receiver screen. Dominic's favorite play gets it to Jordan Little. Guess who?
Gabe, I swear I will go back to the microphone. Don't make me do it.
I'm not calling for it. It just happens.
Stop calling it my play.
It is your play because Notre Dame loves you and you are the unofficial official broadcaster. Therefore, they're going to do it. Perez on the 3-step drop, fires it out into the sideline, avoids the sack.
Absolutely get that out. Live to see another play. Don't like what you see. Don't force anything.
Yeah, and I don't want to take anything away from either player, but Elijah Pence and Jordan Little, they're just 2 of the most athletic, 2 of the best players we have in this league. Perez, delayed draw to Olin Norris. Norris doing a little bit of a pirouette, gets 7 yards.
Oh, absolutely not the night you want to have if you're Norris. Not a great average on the ground.
It is a 2 tight end set. Perez under center. Motion the tight end from right to left. Turns around, hands it to Cecil Banks, the walk-on, and he gets planted.
Absolutely planted indeed, forcing Notre Dame to unfortunately have to punt.
And if you are the Seminoles, you have a chance right here to really put the foot down on the gas pedal. And they're already leading by 21, and they have shown outside of the one Bear Michaels interception, nothing has stopped them.
Did somebody request ASMR again?
I hate everything about this. Empty set, I formation for Bear Michaels. Hanging in, hits his man on a drag route as Near gets planted.
No, he was near the first and absolutely got pulverized for the attempt. Good catch, not enough for the first.
I feel like the Irish are starting to exercise some demons here and start bringing the boom a little bit harder than they have been all game.
Well, unfortunately, that seems to be a week in and week out tradition. It's always a little bit too late to start exercising your demons.
2 receivers to the bottom, tight end receiver to the top. Michaels in the pistol with D-Money. Turns around, hands it to Money. Money running up the middle has a big lane. 8 yards on the play. 12 carries, 78 yards, and 3 touchdowns.
David, if I could get those earmuffs so I don't have to hear my play getting called again, I'll absolutely take those earmuffs.
2-by-2 set. Michaels turns around, hands to Money, and loses a yard on the play. 2nd and 11.
And no, absolutely, Shadow. It is way too early to call a game. We do not call games until it's a 50-point lead, a.k.a. the CFSL Mercy Rule.
Well, not even that. Even if it's never going to be a 50, a Mercy, it's still 0-0 on the clock. There's still time. Michaels fires it over the middle, has Josh Woods for 7 yards, sets up 3rd and 4.
And David, you're doing the well man's work. I greatly appreciate you. Maybe I'll back up on the ASMR a little bit. The rest of the game be done in ASMR. Oh, really?
Never. Negative, Ghost Rider. Trips to the top of the screen. Michaels in the shotgun, fires it down the field into traffic, knocked away. Jordan McKinstry on the deflection.
Well, Tyler, as much as I'd love to, I have been reprimanded by both sides rapidly. I would like to maintain my contract through the rest of the season.
Yeah, no ASMR. We can save that for we can save that for a later date that isn't a broadcast. As Notre Dame fields it at the 20, 25, up to the 35, 39-yard line.
You know, Cade, I'll save the ASMR for post stream.
No. 3-by-1 set. Perez in the shotgun, hangs in, takes a deep shot in between the zone coverage. A good connection by Perez to Perez. 1st down, Irish.
Gotta love dialing up the Perez to Perez connection. Always makes you smile. Kareem Ali, 5th tackle on the night, by the way. Absolutely needed a jump start there, and that was what you needed.
Yeah, there's no such things as late hits in this game. I mean, we've seen some people get their clocks absolutely cleaned. Trips to the bottom of the screen. Perez hanging in the pocket, hits his man Norris on a check down, 7-yard gain.
No, absolutely. We believe in and making those contacts count. We're not calling anything for those.
There's 2 receivers to the top, tight end receiver to the bottom. Perez under center. Delayed draw to Norris. Norris up the middle, no yards on the play, sets up a 3rd and short.
Now, absolutely doing everything they can to try to stay somewhat in this game and keep it competitive. Got to find a way into the end zone here for Perez.
An empty formation for the freshman. Perez in the shotgun, hanging in, fires it to his left side, has a man, Jordan Little. 6 yards on the play, 6 catches for 70 on the night. 1st down, Irish.
And that right there is why I picked Little as my pick. Absolute massive conversion. Needed that.
Trips to the top of the screen. Perez under center. Kill a little bit of clock on a 3-step drop. Delayed draw to the walk-on. And it is Cecil Banks for 4 yards.
All draws are delayed, Cade. All draws are delayed.
No. Let me live my life.
You get nothing.
2-by-2. Perez. Hands off to his back, running to the left is Olin Norris for 4 yards.
Yeah, Tyler is not enjoying our level of vibes. We must appease.
It's your level of vibes for Jordan Little. 2 receivers to the top, tight end receiver to the bottom, turns around, hands it to the walk-on, and the walk-on lowers his shoulder, gets the 1st down, and a goal-to-go situation.
Hey, that is a big moment for the walk-on there. Absolutely needed what Norris couldn't do.
Get that man a scholarship. Perez, 3-step drop, fires it over the middle into traffic and broken up by the Florida State defense.
Kate, unfortunately, there is only space for 1 halfback in that locker room. Olin Norris is the guy. Can't have any other conflicting halfbacks, walk-ons or otherwise.
2-by-2 set. Perez in the shotgun, calls his own number running left and brought down on a TFL. 4-yard loss. Quavius Ball, his 1st TFL of the night.
Now the 8th tackle on the night, absolutely just swarming to the ball any chance he can. And now we're 3rd and goal. Notre Dame's got to find an answer here.
2-by-2 set. Perez in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Hanging in the pocket. Fires it to his man on a slant route. Cuts it upfield. Touchdown, Irish. Joe Nathan from 8 yards out.
And there is the move you needed to see if you're Notre Dame. Still a 2-possession game, but you're getting a way to get a little closer. You gotta find a way to keep Bear Michaels and company in check if you want to make a comeback here. But absolutely beautiful play there on the drive for Joe Nathan.
I'll tell you what, man. A 14-point game, just under 2 minutes left in the third quarter. The Florida State offense, they've shown that they're really, really good tonight, but they have had a turnover, and they haven't looked as efficient as they did in the first half. So it's possible for the Irish defense to get something going here. We have a Twitch update coming after this play. Trips to the bottom of the screen. Michaels takes the snap. Fires it to his right, has a man on an out route, caught by Sean Huff, spinning for 12 yards. Over on Twitch, it's a 3-yard touchdown run by Terrell Collins for Michigan. They now lead Penn State 34-13 with 1:56 left in the third quarter.
Okay, and I've got a fun fact for you after this play.
3-by-1 set, Michaels in the pistol, takes the snap, turns around, hands it to Money, and Money is dropped for a loss. Tackled for loss on the play by Norman Albert, his 4th of the night.
You know what both of these teams have in common coming into tonight, Cade?
What?
Both teams couldn't find a way to beat Virginia Tech. I rest my case.
You just had to throw that one in there, didn't you? 3-by-1 set, Michaels in the shotgun, calls his own number, and brought down for a sack. 2 yards on the play, Peyton Lang for his first of the night.
Now, absolute big sack. They really needed to find a way to stymie this offense. And now facing 3rd and real long, they've got a chance to absolutely get some momentum back in their favor.
5 for 8 on 3rd down is Florida State, but a long one in front of them. Michaels deep down the sideline into traffic and caught on the sideline. Rashad Williams in traffic, toe tapping it for the first down.
Absolutely massive sideline play there. Meanwhile, I'm getting cooked by our associate producer, but it's fine. You kind of get what you step into. Hey, 30 seconds, but a win's a win, though.
Oh, my goodness. 3-by-1 set, Michaels. Gets it out on a wide receiver screen, and Near is going nowhere. 1 yard on the gain.
Nice to see my favorite play get caught every once in a while. What do you know?
So you do admit it.
It's only fair when I say it.
Gotcha. 3-by-1 set, Michaels in the shotgun. Takes the snap, hanging in, fires it over the middle, has a man wide open into the end zone. Touchdown! Elijah Pitts, his 2nd of the night.
Absolutely way to respond there for the Noles. Absolutely looking that touchdown in the face and said, oh, hey, we've got one just as well for you. What a response to take the gap right back to where it was. And yes, when I say it.
I feel like, Dominic, I think Pence may have heard our conversations in the booth to show up and show out on this generational talent versus generational talent cornerback wide receiver matchup. And Pence is having himself one heck of a game. 2 touchdowns through the air, added with D-Money's 3 touchdowns on the ground, and Florida State is back up by 21.
Well, hey, now at this point, you just got to see if Little can come back out here and get another one themselves.
The Irish will start at about the 24-25 yard line.
You know, pretty sure that finger is aimed one way, Tyler.
1st and 10, 3 to the top, 1 to the bottom. Perez in the shotgun, calls his own number on the read option, throws a man off. Nasty throw off for a 4-yard gain.
No, absolutely just shrugged that off. I believe that was Mark Sala that absolutely just got rumbled there.
We are through 3 down, 1 to go. You are watching the CFSL presented by PS1 Sports on YouTube. The Florida State Seminoles lead the Irish 38-17. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Three down, 1 to go. The Irish have the ball down 21. 2 to the bottom, 2 to the top. Perez, delayed draw to Norris. Cecil Banks for 7 yards, and it's a first down for the Irish.
You know it's a rough night for your starting running back when the walk-on halfback is outpacing you on average.
Give him a scholarship, that's all I'm saying. 2 to the top, motion to tight end from left to right. Perez, 7-step drop from under center, hangs in, gets hit as he throws, finds his man on a drag route as Jordan Little for 9 yards.
What do you know? There goes that man showing up on both sides again. Absolutely saying, no. We like the prediction, having faith in me.
And I think that Elijah Pence and Jordan Little will probably both have their names in the hat for all-purpose player of the week. Over on Twitch, we have an update coming momentarily. Quads to the top of the screen for Matt Perez and the Irish. Motion to tight end from left to right. Perez takes the snap. Fires it to his left, has a man on the sideline, Joe Nathan for 5 yards. Over on Twitch, it is a 42-yard touchdown pass to Kelvin Rose, his second of the night. Penn State cuts into the Michigan lead, 34-20, 8:38 left in the fourth quarter. 2-by-2 set. Perez in the shotgun, takes the snap. Fires it to the right side, has a man over the middle, wide open is number 11, Rowan Perez for 16 yards. First down, Irish.
And that long distance Perez to Perez dial-up connection finds its way there. Absolutely. And the spread was Florida State minus 13.5.
It's currently a 21-point lead, so that spread may be in danger if Notre Dame can get something going. 2 receivers to the bottom, tight end receiver to the top. Perez in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Fires it over the middle, has a man on a sit route, Joe Nathan for 3 yards.
Okay, Batman should be able to get this information out of me, but I am way too slow to just understand the play on Joe Nathan. Wow.
4-by-1 for Matt Perez. Perez takes the snap, takes a shot into the end zone, has a man behind the defense, and there it is, Jordan Little, touchdown. The Irish aren't dead yet.
Now, and that right there is why I put my name attached to Jordan Little. What a snag and what a response. Finding a way back into and shrinking the gap once again for the Fighting Irish.
We've called a handful of Irish games this season, Dominic, and we've seen them get absolutely skull-drugged. We've also seen them fight in a lot of games, and they are not going away right now on the road at number 9, Florida State. So credit where credit's due. This Irish team is very young, and they are showing a lot of who they are tonight. Hill Bass, 24 yards on the return.
Oh no, I'm absolutely enthralled seeing what Notre Dame brought to the field tonight. Normally, I mean, Notre Dame, I love you guys. We're just gonna call it like it is. Normally, it starts getting down to the mercy rule territory before the Fighting. Absolutely hanging in for 4 quarters here. Hats off on the growth.
I formation for Florida State. Michaels under center. Has all day in the pocket. Fires it to the right side. Has a man on the sideline. Sean Huff, a toe drag swag. 23 yards.
Absolutely just submitting the 10 toes application for Sean Huff there on the dive out of bounds. What a big snag.
They are going to review it. It looked like he had it, but we're going to wait and see. He's right on the sidelines. And by all accounts,
looks good to me.
They're going to reverse it. I don't agree with that one bit. I thought that looked like a catch on Sundays, but my goodness, I guess it's incomplete. 2-by-2 set. Michaels with money in the pistol. Turns around, hands the money up the middle, and he is met immediately, loses a yard on the play.
So someone check that ref's pocket. If there's cash, Silent Ninja did it. I'm just saying.
Oh my goodness. Tom Pence, it's Florida State AD, is fuming in chat.
I mean, do you blame him? We are.
To be fair, I would be fuming too. 3-by-1 set. Michaels in the shotgun. Hangs in. Takes a moonshot downfield behind the defense. Intercepted by Jordan Little. And he's got room. 50, 40, Irishman is doing it all tonight.
Remember when I was chastised and called crazy for picking Jordan Little? Weird. Sometimes commentators do know ball. What a Himothy snag on the head. Wow. Momentum could be swifting back for the Fighting Irish.
Oh my goodness. The Irish into plus territory, 3-by-1 set. Perez in the shotgun. Hits Norris on a little check down route. Gets 8 yards, 2nd and 2.
No, right now, Notre Dame just needs to focus on this drive at hand. Don't let the play get away from you. Be smart.
It's a 3-by-1 set again. 3 to the top, 1 to the bottom. Perez takes the snap, hits his man on a wide receiver screen, gets it right into the breadbasket for Andy Johnson. 15 yards, his 2nd catch of the night.
You know, I called that my play just to hope that it would die and go away, and now it's back again. Please stop. I don't want it. I don't like it. Go away from it.
But again, the wide receiver screen, when called in the right spot, can be very good. It's when it is overused that defenses begin to jump on it.
Absolutely.
3-by-1 set for the Irish and Perez. Perez takes the snap, fires it to the right side into traffic, and this one is intercepted. The Florida State defense with the turnover, and it is Hayden Jackson.
Womp, womp. Could not afford that. Just gave you the brick road on how to navigate this, and you absolutely caused an errant turnover. Not what you needed to try to get yourself back tighter into this game. What an absolute massive heartbreak.
And that is the 4th interception for the freshman corner. Michaels on the wide receiver screen hits Rashad Williams for 5 yards.
If I say nothing, it didn't happen.
You can say nothing all you want, but it did happen, and it is 2nd and 5. Over on Twitch, it's a 6-yard touchdown pass to C.J. Jones, his 2nd of the night. Michigan extends their lead over Penn State 41-20 with 5:26 left in the game. 3 receivers to the bottom of the screen, 1 to the top for Bear Michaels. Motions Sean Huff from left to right. Michaels takes the snap, hangs in the pocket, calls his own number, breaking tackles and fighting for yards.
Absolutely fighting for anything to happen. And the Polish Bear absolutely finds a way to bring him down. Notre Dame got to get Florida State off the field here.
That's Panzer's first tackle of the night. It is a screen pass from Michaels to Money, and he's got blockers, and he gets the first down. Needed 5 and got 6.
And the screen was just cash money on the call.
That screen door was left wide open there on the blitz. Bear Michaels draw to D Money. Money up the middle, breaking tackles, gets 8 yards.
So now if you're Florida State, you just keep this on the ground. You take some clock, fight your way down, try to get some points. Take as much time off this clock that you can.
3 receivers from the top, tight end to the bottom. Michaels in the shotgun. Calls his own number again, running up the middle and gets planted at midfield. 4-yard gain.
No, you really don't see Bear Michaels getting planted often, but Zach Rainey absolutely just threw a shot at him for good measure.
3 receivers to the bottom. Michaels takes the snap, fires it over the middle, has a man on a sit route, and it is dropped by his receiver.
Absolutely fought every single bit by Auden Wyatt to absolutely get that out of his hands.
Michaels turns around, hands to Money. Money loses a yard, sets up a 3rd and 11.
See, that's I don't like this. You force that pass, you get into a bad position, now you're stuck 3rd and long. Should have kept it on the ground and really forced them to stop you here.
2-by-2 set. Michaels and Money in the pistol. Michaels takes the snap. He's got Money on a screen again. He has blockers. Can he get there? He's fighting! And he gets the first down!
No shot. How did D Money fight through that crowd and get the first? That is crazy.
Maybe a favorable home field spot, but nonetheless, it's a first down. Michaels turns around and hands it to Augustine, loses a 3-yard. And you know what? That screen pass, it makes up for the reverse catch, no catch on the sideline.
Oh, no, absolutely. I feel like that's got to be the favorable spot that you look to kind of get you back in the right favor there.
You know, it was the same sideline, so maybe it was the same ref. 3 to the bottom, 1 to the top. Michaels motions Huff from left to right. Michaels takes the snap, fires it to his left, has a man on the sideline, caught by Elijah Pence.
Don't hate the throw there. Get that out a little bit quicker. Give him some time to try to get upfield and pick up more. Not really what you were looking for there.
And that was Pence's first catch of the night that wasn't for a touchdown. 2-by-2 set. Michaels taking an end zone shot. Has a man, and it is dropped. Wide open walk-in touchdown. Would have been the nail in the coffin, and they're going to go for it.
Josh Woods with the sad drop.
2 backs in the backfield. Michaels has his man on a screen. Money, can he get there? He steps out of bounds. He had the space and he couldn't get it. Turnover on downs.
He had the space. He tried to juke to avoid, and unfortunately the momentum just took him out of bounds early.
Oh my goodness. It's not over yet. Perez fires it into the sideline. Incomplete pass. 3 minutes and 14 seconds left. 2-score game. If you're Notre Dame, you want to score here without using any of your timeouts. 3 to the top, 1 to the bottom. Perez in the shotgun. Motions his tight end from left to right to a 2-by-2 set. Hangs in. Takes a shot over the middle into traffic. Held on to. First down up to midfield. Goes Jordan Little, 9 for 128 and a touchdown, and has an interception. We have a Twitch update coming momentarily. 3-by-1. Perez in the shotgun. Fires it into Olin North for 8 yards. Over on Twitch, it's a 4-yard touchdown pass to Tredell Scott for Penn State. They now trail Michigan 41-27 with 3:46 left.
If you would like to breathe, I was trying to give you that call there.
I apologize. 3-by-2 set. Perez, deep shot down the middle, has a man behind the zone defense. Jason Steiner, 17 yards.
And if I'm not, no, Jason Steiner's first catch of the night.
Empty set again for Matt Perez, 3-by-2 set. Hangs in, takes the snap, fires it over the middle, has a man on a slant route. Joe Nathan for 8 yards. They're going quick on Twitch. A 30-yard touchdown pass to Richard Powers. Michigan goes back up 21, 48-27 with 3:38 left.
Breathe.
I'm trying. Perez takes the snap into the end zone and overshoots everybody. Avoids the turnover. 3rd and 2.
Yeah, momentum. Couldn't say it any better, David. Fighting Irish got to find a way to plug it in the end zone here.
We'll wait and see what happens. 3-by-2 set. Perez calls his own number on the scramble, makes the business decision, but gets the first down.
Made the business decision, not bad, but had the block pick up late, could have gotten a couple more yards there.
Here's the key, though. They still have all of their timeouts. Perez hangs in the pocket into the end zone, into traffic. Jordan Little for 9 yards.
Oh, Little almost snagging another touchdown on the night. Absolutely getting up there to the line.
It is a 2 tight end set. Perez under center. Will they throw it or will they hand it to Norris? Norris up the middle, walk-in touchdown. It is not over yet. The Irish down by 8, pending the extra point. Should be down 7. Buckle in.
See, now here's the thing. Do we get a better onside than that absolute beamer of a kick from West Virginia in the first game? Absolutely got to have the right bit of touch and panache on the ball. Got to just talk to her nice. You try to send it off hard, and it's not coming back to you.
You know, maybe it's just me, and we'll wait and see what happens with the onside, and it is recovered by Florida State. Maybe it's just me, man, but with 1:40 left and 3 timeouts, I like the opportunity of my defense to just kick it deep.
I unfortunately don't, with how effective Bear Michaels and D Money have been on the ground tonight.
Yeah, I formation. Michaels turns around, hands to Money. Money getting ankles, diving, and he can't get him down. First down, D Money, 21 yards.
And see, now, unfortunately, this being here, you've just walked them into field goal range, effectively canceling out everything you wanted.
Hence why you kick it deep. Hand off to Money. Money up the middle, gets 9 yards. Over on Twitch. There's another update, a 61-yard touchdown pass to Kelvin Rose, his 3rd score of the game. Michigan leads Penn State 48-34 with 3:08 left. D-Money, 8-yard gain. First down, Florida State. Notre Dame out of timeouts.
No, absolutely. At this point, you've got to think that this is going to be the game for them.
And D-Money is still fighting, 3-yard gain. Theoretically, Florida State could take a knee, but maybe they're hearing some of the bettors, and maybe they get a touchdown here to get the spread.
I think this is revenge for last week, and they are absolutely making a stamp that they are still a team to beat in the ACC.
And D-Money, first career game, over 100 yards and 3 touchdowns on the night. There will be one more play ran.
Now, absolutely, D-Money's making a push to be nominated for Offensive Player of the Week with no shot of a doubt.
2 tight ends set, 2 receivers. Michaels under center. Turns around, hands it to Money, and Money up the middle, gets 3 yards, and zeros are on the clock. Florida State holds on, Notre Dame covers, but the Seminoles come away with the win and defend home turf 38-31, defeating the Irish. Dominic, wrap it up.
You never like to see your team lose, but however, if you're Notre Dame, with how the games have gone so far this year outside of the win against Oregon, you've got to hang your hat on here on a collective loss. The team looked incredible and really went down to the wire with Florida State. If you're Florida State, you got last week off your back. You're still a force to reckon with in the ACC, and you've still got a couple more games left. Absolutely great game by both teams. Unfortunately, Bear, Michaels, and company were just the better team tonight.
Thank you to our executive producer, Mike Peters. Thank you to our associate producer, Austin Crow. Thank you to the Notre Dame Fighting Irish and the Florida State Seminoles. You have been watching the CFSL presented by PX1 Sports on YouTube. Check it out next week at 5:30 Central Time as the Inside the Blitz podcast goes live on Twitch. And at 6:30, Alabama travels to Florida and Michigan State travels to Michigan. Thank you and good night.